We are about to bake my favorite Christmas cake, which is a red velvet cake. So let's get all the ingredients. Please be quiet because you're in the kennel and no one's gonna listen to that. Get all the ingredients and get started. All right, now we got all of our ingredients. We have set the stove or the oven 350. Grab my baking pans. This is my little trash bag. I always gotta have a trash bag when you cook. Sifter, this sifter. I don't know if this is my grandma's original one, but this is the kind she had. So I like the sifter. And then got my baking spray. KitchenAid mixer, pans. Go ahead and spray. Now we're going to, in a large bowl, sift the sugar, flour, baking soda, salt, and cocoa powder. So what I'm going to do is mix it all together first. So we have the flour already. We have the sugar, baking soda, salt. It says fine salt, but all we have is regular salt. So we're just gonna go with what we got. A teaspoon of coconut powder. Is sift them all into the mixing dish. Everything is sifted. That's good. So now what we need to do is in another large bowl, whisk together all of the wet ingredients. So we're gonna put all of this on into the KitchenAid. So we need to do our oil, buttermilk, eggs, food coloring, vanilla, basically everything else. Oil. Buttermilk, it's been sitting out all day because it had to be room temperature for all morning. 2 large eggs. One teaspoon of vanilla. Teaspoon of vanilla. The entire thing of food coloring. Using a stand mixer, we're going to mix the wet and the dry ingredients, which we already knew was coming. So this is my favorite cake just because I love red velvet, and I love this recipe because it doesn't have the morsels in it, and the morsels is what really can make or break a red velvet cake recipe. Beautiful. It is time to bake. It says to bake for about 30 minutes or till the cakes separate from the pan. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven. And remember, when you are baking, do not let people jump and stomp all over your house. That is the secret, because your cakes will collapse. All right, so that's in the oven. Now we're going to move on to the icing. And it calls for 4 cups of sifted and that's good because I already have some powdered sugar that I need to get rid of before I use this new one. Oops, there we go. Certain things I just don't go store brand bought on. Usually I buy I think it's Kerrygold butter, but I did not this time because I went to the grocery store on the 23rd and they were sold out. So yeah. Got the 2 sticks of butter, 2 sticks of cream cheese, and then I have to sift my 4 cups. This icing is good and fluffy. The cakes are almost ready. We are done with the KitchenAid today. And we will be back when it's time to icing up everything. And if you want to come, you sober this year? We're gonna let these cool down like all day before I icing them, and I'll be back to icing the cakes. So, quick commercial. First, we're gonna just add our thin, or maybe thick, like me, layer of icing. All right, so we got 1 layer. Now we're gonna add the second. See, on the top it don't look too bad, but that bottom, that flour is floury. So we have our final cake. Now I don't know if y'all, but I love the pecans on the red velvet. So we just gonna sprinkle some on the top. But we gonna load it up on the top. So the verdict is in. The cake is great. Thank you for baking with BevyB. And I hope everyone have a Merry Christmas.